Hello and welcome to City Skylines. My name is Sparky and today we're going to start a new city. The map I've chosen is Oracle Lake. I don't actually have an actual custom name for my city yet. We're just going to start and then maybe at some point I'll get inspired and give it a proper name, but we'll just jump in now. So while it's loading, I'm just going to say this is going to be 99% vanilla, this build. All the assets will either be vanilla or through the paid DLCs. There will be no custom assets from the store, I don't think, as well as mods. The only two I'm using is the 81 tile mod, so we can unlock the full map. I think that's a kind of essential one, really. That should just be included with the game, in my opinion. And then the other one is prop line tool. So I've got a few goals as well for this map. I want to try and use all vanilla assets within the map. That's a big goal, as well as I want to keep this city as green as possible and as very, obviously minimal pollution as we can. But obviously it's impossible to eliminate all pollution, but the plan is to make it as green as possible. So let's see how we go on and let's jump straight in. Okay, so we'll start with a basic main street. I'm just going to go down the middle here, the two highways, all the way down to the waterfront here. So nothing too ambitious, just one-way streets, and then down the middle here I think we're just going to two-lane it all the way down. It's probably a bit overkill to start with, but we'll see how it goes. So just start a grid. I think we're going to go 8x18. That's my usual grid, I think, to start with, and we'll see how it goes. We might change it up, as the city grows and stuff. But for the start, we'll just go your basic 8x18. So 8x18, maximum density. I think we'll just continue this wee grid out for the start anyway, and we'll see how it goes. So we're going to make this our main street, and we're going to have a little sort of junction here where the main street intersects with a road going in the other direction. For now we'll just have it small. That's where we're willing to have our sort of main little town centre for now. And over here we're just going to start we'll have our industry / power / our water as well. Probably should have made this grid a wee bit more similar to the 8x18, but for now I want to try and keep it away from the residential. But we can always replace it eventually. It probably will be replaced eventually, actually, this initial area. It's really just getting started. You've put your industry right next to your starting area, and then as your city expands you can move it about. So we've spent quite a bit of money, so I think it's probably time to at least get this started here and put in some residential and stuff. We obviously want to make sure we get our water in before we click the time lapse. So water pipes under the road. If you know, you know. And we'll have our water pump just down near the water here. Again, these will probably move the water pump, but for now we'll put it there, and we'll put our wastewater over here as well next to our power. Again, this will probably move over time, but to start off with, we need to kind of play the game. And we'll just put that there for now. So we just need a power line to take it, power our water pump, so we'll put that along the side of the main street here for now. So obviously that'll be well and truly replaced at some point. Okay, so we've only got 8,000 left. It's probably time we start simulating here, and we can build up our road pattern as we're simulating here. So hopefully the money doesn't run out before, that'd be quite embarrassing if the money runs out before we actually get any people in, but we'll just continue growing our grid for now. I think I'll keep this wee bit separate. I think I'll keep a wee space here for maybe a park in the future. Just a wee small one. We might turn it into residential eventually if that doesn't suit, but we'll keep this wee space here behind the junction ready for a park maybe. So we're starting to see a bit of people move in. Wow, so we're really losing money. We might lower. Yeah, let's have a look at it. Yeah, we'll lower power and water, I think, now. Or see, we'll give it a few more seconds to see if it picks up. Wow, we're losing quite a lot of money. Well, hopefully we don't go bust. That'd be embarrassing. Wow, so the power's still not jumped. Hopefully that will fill in before people start to leave, then we really will have made a mess of it. We don't even have money to put a water pipe down. Well, this isn't going swimmingly. Oh, I think they've connected the power's jumped now, so we should see some tax start to come in. Hopefully it's not too late. So it was a bit touch and go at the start with the money. We will turn it down now just to see. We don't need all full 100%. We'll need to remember to turn that back up later on. But we'll turn it down for now because we don't need, for a population of 400, we don't need 100%. We must be getting close to our first milestone, and then if we get there, we'll get our first loan, and then first loan we can get started. Get an elementary school in, yeah. So there we go, we've hit our first milestone. Little hamlet, we've got loans, we've got taxes, so we can increase the tax as well. So we'll just pause it for 2 seconds. Or we haven't paused it, but we'll stick our garbage down. Again, I don't really like the landfill, so we'll probably try and replace that as soon as possible. But we'll stick it down for now and get our elementary school down. I kind of want to have it near this park area that we're going to have. It's blank for now, but we'll put it down here for now. So we've run out of money again, but we've still got our loan, and we can crank up the taxes as well. Yeah, I'm thinking ahead here. I'm just going to maybe put some public services on the junction, as well as some shops. Yeah, so we'll crank our taxes up to 12. 12 is the most you can usually get away with before, the citizens become unhappy. That'll obviously bring in more money in the short term. We'll take our loan as well. Because the payback amount is it's not a lot, so to begin with, it's just better to have as much money as you can, and then you don't have to worry about going bust. We'll crank these back up to 100. We should be okay now in terms of money. I mean, we probably don't need 100%, but it's just I'm putting it back up now before I forget. So I've got enough for our medical clinic here. I think I'm going to have it just in the middle of the junction. We don't have paths unlocked yet, but I think I would have a path that leads, through the middle of that bank of shops and housing. So I think I'm going to replace the landfill as soon as possible. So I think as soon as we can afford some recycling plants, I think we'll stick them in instead of the landfill. I really don't like the landfill asset, to be honest. But we'll just continue our grid for now and see how it goes. I'm not quite sure when the next milestone is in terms of population. Maybe about 1300 maybe. So we kind of need to keep growing as well. Should have made this grid a wee bit more on this side of the industrial side of things, a bit more. Make it fit, our normal grid, but we'll fix it later on. As I say, this industry area and power area is probably going to change once we unlock certain stuff like offices and stuff. I think we'll put an office park on this side of the road instead of having more industrial right next to our residential. You don't want your industry to be too far away from your residential, but at the same time I don't like it when it's this close. But for now, obviously we're just trying to get the city moving. Make sure it's functional before we, go any further. So we've kind of made a wee bit. The industry area grid's not going to match this grid, so we'll see how it goes in the long term. But for now, we'll just live with it. So we're kind of running out of money again. Maybe I didn't have to go fully paved roads at this stage. I could have used dirt roads, but we seem to be making enough money that it shouldn't take long for us to move forward. I'll just get some more water pipes in here. As you can see, our power, we don't need this much. We can get rid of some of these power lines now. Just fill in this. This is going to be our mini main street for our little area, a little starting area. We're just going to have shops along the main street. As I say, this will probably be a more suburban area compared to our main city centre area, so I don't think I'm going to have any high density. Once we unlock the high density shops and the residential, I don't think I'm going to have any near this area, to be honest. This is going to be quite a rural area. Hoping to get some water lines down. Always remember your water pipes. So we're getting a wee bit of growth now. We're nearly at 1,000 population. We must be getting close to our next population milestone. Again, this grid doesn't match, but whatever, we'll fix it. We'll fix it down the road. The only thing is we're making profit and our population is growing, so that's basically the main thing you can do at the start. You can You can plan ahead after that. Once you've actually got a basic functioning city, you can build on from there. There's no point in building these elaborate grids and then your city fails, and then you need to start again. So we'll just continue with water pipes up here. Oh, there's our next. So we can unlock a new area, but we've hardly started this one, so I don't think we'll unlock anything for now. But does that give us another loan? It did. So 60,000. Now we've got plenty of money. We can let this sim as we're building, and hopefully it'll build up as we're building things. We've got some unique buildings. It's probably too early, and it's kind of as I say, this is going to be quite a suburban area, I think, for the main city. So I don't know if I'm going to have any unique buildings in this area. I think we're just going to have a wee suburban area with a couple of high schools, a few elementary schools, and maybe a small bit of industry. And we'll plonk down some recycling centres. As I say, I really hate the landfill asset, so let's just get rid of it. Let's just empty it and then get rid of it. So we've already got one elementary school down. I don't think we need another one right now, but as I say, I want to have a wee sort of city services hub, if you will, at this wee junction head here. So I think we'll have a wee police station as well behind here. We still don't have paths unlocked, because I kind of want to have a wee path through the middle of this little area. So I'll just reserve a wee area there. I'll have a wee path through there, and then someone can walk through the junction, and then once we get our park in the space as well. That's the plan. So I'll put our police station on this side, behind our clinic. Yeah, and hopefully, as I say, we'll have a wee park in that area. But maybe we won't eventually. It's just I want to reserve a wee bit of space for parks. It's something I've never been really good at in the past, so I'm trying to be even more, plan ahead for park spaces in this one. Even if we don't end up using it, don't forget the fire station. So obviously we want this closer to our industry for now. I don't really want it on the main street. I know that. Well, maybe it's on the side street / main street. That'll do. As I say, we want it closer to the industry because obviously higher risk of fire, and we can get rid of our landfill, fill in with more. So we're kind of getting close here with power, so we're far away from unlocking the next one. I don't really like these coal plants, but they're quite expensive, but I think that we're far too far away from unlocking the oil ones, so I think we'll have to use them for now. Hopefully we don't have to build another one. If we do, then whatever. Yeah, we probably should start building up the grid a wee bit more. I think I'm just going to grid this all the way down. I'm not even going to look at the topography. If it's rural residential, then a wee bit of hilly and bumpiness is fine. If it's, don't want it to be too bad, mind you, but hopefully it's a wee bit lumpy and bumpy, but we might flatten out a wee bit or smooth it out a wee bit, but let's just fill it in and see what happens. If it becomes too hideous or too bumpy, then we'll maybe have a look at it, but for rural residential areas, I don't think a wee bit of lumpy and bumpiness is all that bad. It's when you've got the high density stuff and it's lumpy and bumpy, I think it looks horrible. We've not really unlocked any policies yet. Speed up a wee bit, hopefully more population grows. So our next milestone, I think there was 1500, so and we unlock parks, so we might stick in a park today, we might leave it to the next one. So where's our milestone. We've unlocked parks. Again, I kind of want to turn this wee square bit into a park at some point. We've got paths as well, which is good, so we can stick our path in our wee gap here. If the snapping will let me do it, I'll just take it off. Stick a wee path in there, so we've got a wee sort of walking path in between our junction and our residential area / park area. Well, potential park area, but we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to build any parks today. We're just really trying to get our population to a point where we can maybe start an industry or whatever. So we've unlocked our high school, so yeah, I kind of want to have this central. I want this kind of close to, you know, the main road here. I think I want it here, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Might put it in the middle here. Yeah, I think we'll put it in the middle there. So it's kind of, you're right next to the junction. It's kind of good access for people. Right, we put it on the road. Have it on the main road. I think we'll have it on the main road. I mean, it's obviously subject to change. And I'm just going to give a wee bit more space to it. So I'm just going to kind of corner off this area with a fence, just so that nothing gets, we don't zone anything here. We'll just have like a wee bit of, it's just got a wee bit of landscaping around it. Give a wee bit more space, because I think sometimes it gets crammed in spots. Yeah, I like to give a wee bit of space to my schools and certain assets. So we're kind of getting from this road just kind of intersects the slopey bit to the flat bit of the little town, but just have a wee tidy up here. I don't think that really did anything, but yeah, we'll just have a wee bit of grass back out the back of the high school, just, I don't know. We could put some basketball courts or tennis courts behind this in the wee park area we're going to have, and we can just pretend that it's like part of the school, but it can be used for, you know, other people can use them as well. Just a couple of trees here, nothing overly, that's far too elaborate. We just want a couple of trees. We don't want a big mammoth forest behind this school here. We've got a couple of the smaller ones. Yeah, a couple of these down either side, I think. Again, nothing too elaborate. I don't want this to be a forest next to our school. Just a couple of wee trees that, I don't know, make it look a wee bit nicer than just our standard high school. Yeah, I think that'll be. I think that'll do. So yeah, let's continue our grid up over here. We kind of want to get to about 5,000 ish. Get to our couple more milestones out the way, and then we can maybe focus on starting an industry or a park area the next time. So I really just want to get some more, continue our grid up, continue our residential. So just put this on super sim for now while we're building. Money wise, we should be okay from this point on. Yeah, just continue the grid. I don't want to go too close to this the highway here. I mean, you don't want the highway too close to your house, do you? You're just hearing noise constantly. We're going to use the European school asset for this wee bit here. We want to have another elementary school because we're kind of, the other one's kind of a wee bit far away. Plus they fill up quite quickly. The elementary schools aren't that big in terms of class sizes. You're only like 400 per school or something, so you can need a wee bit more of a few more of them compared to the high schools. And the European asset's quite nice. I quite like the European assets for the school. Yeah, I think they can. I think they can turn my grid over here. It's going to be a bit too close to the highway. I don't know if we're going to go any further. Yeah, I don't know if we'll go any closer. Also, it doesn't leave any room if you want to, change anything about the highway later on down the line as well. So we might just leave it. Forgot to put some more pipes in, and I've left it too late. They've went and closed down anyway. So we're grid down here. I think we're going to have it come all the way down to the waterfront. That's great. I kind of want to keep the rock in place. Keep as much of the natural landscape as I can. So I'm just going to go. Oh, there's a milestone. Got another area we've unlocked. Some more roads. Yeah. So our population is getting up without being too big. As you can see, we're kind of getting a wee bit of demand for everything at the moment, residential, industry and shop, so we'll continue our grid out here. See, I want to go down to as close to the waterfront as possible. Yeah, we'll just... See, I want to try and keep the rock in as well, so... There we go, just keep the rock in. I mean, if we destroy it by accident, we can just place a rock. It's not a big deal, but that's a bit lumpy and bumpy, isn't it? We'll see how it looks when we'll try and tidy up a wee bit. I don't know if it's going to do too much in terms of lumpy and bumpiness when it actually fills in my houses, but as I say, when it comes to residential of the low-rise residential, it doesn't really matter too much about the lumpy and bumpies. So we accidentally destroyed the power line there. Well, not accidentally, we destroyed it on purpose, but we just need to fill that in now. Make sure our water's still running. We kind of want to keep our grid close to as we can. We'll probably need to move that water thing now. Yeah, I'm still a wee bit unhappy with this bumpiness over here, so we'll try and tidy up a wee bit. I don't know if there's much we can do without drastic, so we'll just leave it. That was a waste of time. It's not the best looking, but for a tiny wee corner of the low residential, it shouldn't make that much difference. So let's try and finish this grid down here, and we'll need to move this water pump. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to do anymore. I'm planning ahead in my head here, right, but I'm not actually doing anything. I think we're just going to have that road come all the way along the coast in the bottom there. We'll just fill in these bits with houses in the now and see how it looks. Say we want to try and get up to maybe around 5,000. We can maybe start an industry next time. Keep these under the road as best we can. So I don't usually like to have buildings that are just one by one. I think they're just so that they just look out of place, especially if they're right next to a house that's like a 4x4, and then you've got a 1x1 just sitting next to it. So I usually try and de-zone the areas that are just going to be a one, a 1x1. That's just a personal preference of mine. I don't know if that makes much sense to anybody else, but to me it makes sense. We'll plonk a library down. We don't know. I don't know if this makes too much of a difference to the library, but we'll stick one down. We kind of want it near where we sort of town or village centre, so we'll keep it quite close to the high school. I think we could. It's going to destroy our path. We might just stick it right here next to our high school, because it's kind of close again to our little mini centre. Yeah, I think that's a good place, and it's next to our park as well. And it's it's not a tall building, so yeah, that feels like a good place to put it next to our high school as well. So until we get a proper industry going, I think we'll start an industry next time, maybe a farm or forestry. We'll just make do with the zoned industry for now. I don't particularly like the zone industry all that much. I try to have as little of it as possible in my builds. Obviously you need some, otherwise you just import everything. But we'll have some for now. We're kind of getting close to struggling with it. I don't think we're going to get to our oil power plant today, so we might have to stick another coal one down. And we're kind of struggling with garbage as well. We'll plonk another one of these down. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put much into my planning here other than the industry area. We're probably going to get rid of the full lot once we've unlocked, our offices and stuff, and we'll turn this up for now, so we don't have to build any more. But yeah, this whole industry area is probably going to be gone once we actually get into the meat of the city. But we kind of need it now, just so we can get going, get population, get workers in. Let's see how this wee lumpy and bumpy bit looks. I think we could probably expand that grid out a wee bit. It looks quite relatively flat, so we'll probably expand the grid a wee bit more in that direction. We're doing okay. See, I would like to get close to 5,000 today, and then we can leave it there. I say that water pump's not going to stay there either. It's just there temporarily. We might make a waterworks type build at some point, but we just want to continue on our grid. We'll have another row of shops down to close to the waterfront. And this is going to be our little village centre, if you will, or suburban centre. High school's pretty busy. I suppose when you've only got one high school, it's going to get pretty busy, but yeah, I think we'll continue our grid over in this area in the next episode, maybe. We're starting to get in some okay money. Oh Christ, I forgot that. I was wondering why things were closing down and people are dying. We don't have any death care. I forgot to put my death care in, so just plonk some thing. Again, these are temporary. I think we'll have some cemeteries at some point, but obviously I'm just putting this down here just so we can get rid of can get rid of the dead now. Do we have much death gear? No, we don't have that much death gear. But yeah, I think we'll build a purpose-built cemetery at some point. This is just, obviously, we're just playing the game at this point and having something that can deal with that at the moment. So down here, we're just going to fill in the rest of our residential, I think. They might be a wee bit mad at the moment, considering there's going to be a water pump right there, and they're quite loud, so... as I say, we'll move that eventually. So I'm getting close to the end here. I was hoping to get up close to 5,000. I don't know. We'll give it another couple of minutes here, but so there you go. That house in the hill doesn't look awful, but it doesn't look fantastic either. But it's only a couple of buildings. I think we're struggling for water again, aren't we? I think because that water pump's not in a great place. So stick another water pump. We need to really hate these water pumps. They're not a nice looking asset. They just stick up and seem out of place, but it's basically what we've got in the game, isn't it? So everything works now. Stick another wastewater in where we're at it. We've probably got way too much for what we need right now, but I mean, we're going to expand them eventually, aren't we? So I think next time we'll end up building a proper industry, maybe forestry or farming. Depends on what's kind of close to this area. Yeah, we'll build a wee industry there, and we'll obviously expand our grid. We want to try and get to about 7,500. I think that's the point when you unlock high residential and offices and stuff. And then I think we can get rid of this industry here. We'll need a university then as well, because you know, for office workers, you need them to be university educated. So we might have to put a temporary university in before we start work. You know, the industry, the campus DLC. But for now, we'll just tidy up here, add a few more grids in, and finish up here. As I said, we're going to fall short of 5,000, but we're close enough that next time we'll probably hit it. We're just going to continue our grid all the way down to the bottom here. So we're actually picking up a wee bit of money now. We're making a few thousand each week, but we'll leave it here. Yeah, so I hope you like the start of it. We're building, next time we'll just continue building our grid out, start some industry, and yeah, we'll see where it takes us. But it's a nice foundation to start from. We've got like a wee main street, a wee junction where we'll have our little community hub. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.